or list 'em, love or list 'em. We have a lover that needs your wisdom. This I tell ya, brother, one could end it with the other. Love or list 'em, love or list 'em.
Morning, fam. It's time to unite for one of our own. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. One of our own today is Tori. We do this every single Thursday. You know, dating is challenging. It can be weird, confusing, all those things. We go to our friends and family for advice. But on Thursdays, the entire morning show audience assembles.
It's always good for validation.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
So-
you need the same opinion as you feels good.
So with that, we got Tori with us right now, has been dating a guy for the last 5 or 6 months or so, but I guess he is one of those guys that loves to tell a big story, might fabricate a little bit to make the story grander than what it is, but now he might be lying a little bit too much about what's going on, and it's affecting their relationship. So with that, Tori, welcome. What would you do, by the way, if you're Tori, 919-860-1015? Tori, thank you for being here. So give us some examples. What are some of the things your boyfriend's been doing that's been driving you crazy?
So my guy has a really big personality, right? And what I've noticed with his big personality is that he has this ability to amplify his story where more than what actually happened
Right.
is being told. You know, like some of the crap he says is actually kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, there's that adage that says there's nothing ruins a story like the truth. So maybe he's just living by that.
So what is the stories? What are the stories that he's kind of telling her? Like, wait, what?
Okay, there's so many, but I'm going to give you the good ones. Like, he'll claim in his bio that he was a professional athlete, right? But what he's referencing is this one professional paintball league that he was in.
Athlete.
Listen,
Yeah, it's so wild. Like, he used to travel the country playing paintball, right? I'm not even kidding. Like, dude, you played paintball and ran around in a field. Are we really saying that you're a professional athlete?
You know, my
now?
son is also an athlete. He's played laser tag.
yeah, exactly.
Here's another one, okay? He'll say that his family used to own a yachting business in South Florida, but the reality is that his parents worked for a small yacht manufacturer, right? And I swear his stories need fact-checking, like, every time, because how he tells it versus, like, what really happened is always different.
Is he a politician?
You know, it is interesting, Tori, because, you know, for you, it's like, is he also doing the same things with relationship
Ooh,
type
good
stuff?
question, Kyle.
With you, it's one thing to make a story grander than it is when you're talking to your friends and buddies or whatever. But obviously, there's a reason that you're here where it's affecting you in some way.
Right.
So what's going on?
Yeah, he told me that he traveled the world as a kid, that he was the son of a military family, and it ends up that his dad was in the armed forces, and God bless him, we appreciate him for that.
Of course.
But my boyfriend only moved once, and he has not traveled the world. And I realized this in a conversation with his family recently,
Interesting.
and I'm just thinking, like, why lie? And as a matter of fact, I don't even know if he has a passport. Like,
Are you telling me his professional paintballing league didn't take him abroad to Europe or something?
no, it didn't. And see, the thing is that he is so fun to be around. And I do think that he is committed to me. But yeah, it's just this like zest for storytelling and kind of, I mean, honestly, it's like lying about stuff. It's really driving me crazy. Where does this end? It's just way over the top. You know, the first couple of times I caught him, like saying like the first 6 or 7, but now it
The
is.
first 6 or 7. Do you hear yourself?
I know.
Nate, good morning. Welcome to Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. Love him or list him if you're Tori, who's listening right now.
I would love him. I will admit the paintball thing is funny.
Yeah, the paintball thing is hilarious. I'm a professional paintballer, bro.
Yeah, man.
But I feel like I have been a person that has been called somebody with a big personality, and on occasion, my wife has been busted embellishing stories, and in those instances, what I have found best in her family is I just call her out immediately.
Right.
And sometimes that calms it down. I think
Nate, I would
maybe
say, I'm sorry, I was just going to say, there's one thing to embellish, right? But it's another when you're lying about life facts that have actually happened in your life and telling a completely different story than what actually happened,
Well,
right?
you married this woman also, so I mean, like, is she okay with you taking the wind out of her sails?
she's in Sweden right now. She's not gonna hear this.
That's why Nate called in for the first time ever. I love this guy. Nate, call back whenever, okay?
All right, thanks.
Bye, Nate. Yeah, actually, I'm an embellisher too. Thank you. Thank you, Nate. All right, next up, let's go to Depika. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Hey, good morning. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. Tori is listening to you right now. Love him or list him, this guy that loves to kind of embellish, lie, fabricate stories.
I would say love him. This is like kind of an insecurity where people want to have illusions of grandeur. And it's people have so many flaws. Like, if you're going to be with him for better or for worse, like, call him out. Say, hey, I don't like how you're sort of lying, borderline about things, but I want to make this work. Why, like, just have an honest conversation that's bothering you, but it's not, to me, it's not a deal breaker.
Oh,
There's
interesting.
so many other things that could be wrong with the relationship. This is a small thing in comparison. But I really think he suffers from, like, insecurity. Like, he's trying to make a life that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And so getting to the bottom of that and just being like, hey, dude, that's not cool, but I like you for other things.
Stop lying. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much. That's to me, I'm surprised we've had 2 4s. I really
Same.
thought there'd be more against, but I honestly thank you so much for calling. And Tori's listening, so she'll take it into account.
Thank you, Depika.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought there'd be more against. Evidently not. Tori's still listening right now. Let's pull her back up real quick. All right, Tori, final decision. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. Love them or list them. You're the one in the relationship. You're the one experiencing these things. What are you going to do with a guy that kind of lies about his stories when he tells them?
I've actually decided that I'm going to list him. As much as I like him, like, I want to be able to trust my partner.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know how far this is going to spill over. And yeah, it's just, I took him to this party recently, and he was just, like, over the top telling his stories, and it was actually embarrassing. Some of my, like, good friends felt like he was, like, very wacky and a little bit too animated. And while I do think he's got good qualities, this isn't going to be a good for a long-term thing, and that's really what I want right now.
I feel like I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's kind of just where I'm at.
Well, I think as hard as that conversation is going to be, you're making the right decision, because trust is like number 1 in a relationship. You have to be able to trust your partner, and it sounds like this guy can't help himself.
I totally agree. Like, it's a compulsive thing. And like I said, when I talked to you guys, like, at first it was kind of funny, and I was like, oh, he's, just his big fish stories. But it's just gotten to the point where it's like very concerning.
Tori, if he is so comfortable telling these stories and then lying about these stories, I'm with you. Like, what's he going to do 5 months from now?
Yeah.
A year from now in your own relationship when it comes to, really serious kind of relationship things. So I think this is probably the right decision for you. Best of luck in that conversation.
Sorry it's happening around the holidays, too. That's not fun.
Thank you for letting us help you with this.
Yeah, thank you so much for helping me. Like, this was really helpful. I was already leaning towards that, but, like, yeah, this has definitely helped me feel like I'm making the right choice.